Hi everyone, welcome again to Trust the Process. I'm Keith Manzi.
I'm Mike Yossi.
Skylar Chase.
Welcome back. Episode 2. We got a great episode in store for you here today. We're going to hit all of the news across the globe. We're going to hit in some local stuff. Also a special surprise at the end involving cookies.
I'm so hungry, so can't wait.
I love the Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster's great, yes. But let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive in here. We've got our quick hits first. First up, this is from college football. Dabo Swinney saying passing on Deshaun Watson is like passing on Michael Jordan. What do you think of that?
I'm a Florida State fan. I don't see the resemblance at all, but can't deny the talent that Deshaun Watson has. He won big games, and he beat Florida State the past 2 years. He showed up big time, and he beat Alabama badly. So
Yeah, he's got experience in huge games. He's clutch. He seems to handle all the pressure right. You know, it's something that I feel like scouts should probably take more into instead of just attributes, how the player's built or such. But I don't know. I guess winning's not too much important now. It's more about development. That's something you see more often now.
Guys coming out earlier and earlier, it just seems like everyone's just grabbing for potential these days anyway. So
and Deshaun's proved it by winning the national championship, winning 2 straight national championships, winning ACC titles. To me, he's a winner, but I still don't know if I can compare him to the greatest of all time, at least basketball.
Yeah, it just depends on if he goes to Cleveland. That culture kind of takes him down, you know.
Cleveland is known to kill people. Oh wait, no.
Quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks. Next, we jump into college basketball, where Tuesday night we saw number 1 Villanova, number 2 Kansas, and number 4 Kentucky all lose, as well as number 5 FSU and number 8 UCLA lost on Wednesday. Are the top teams really not that great, or is it just there's a lot of parity in college basketball this season?
Well, you got a lot of freshmen coming in and making plays, and sometimes, they probably don't always rise up, so it's something new for them. They got to experience it as long as whichever team gets it together for the tournament, That's all that matters.
Yeah, and for me, I still don't think there's one great college basketball team this year. They're all good. They all have their weaknesses. And I've seen Florida State basketball for me, obviously I'm a homer, but I've been watching the game. I watched the game against Georgia Tech. They went 10 minutes without scoring a basket. And that is awful basketball.
It's really hard to do that, too.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be shooting with your offhand or eyes closed or something. There's something wrong with your game if that's happening. But, number 3, Gonzaga, looks to be the number 1 team in the country. Do you think they're the number 1 team in the country?
I think it all depends on how Saturday goes, because Kansas and Kentucky are playing each other on Saturday. So
that'll be a big game. I'm sure I'll be watching that at some point.
They're number 1 by default.
Yeah. Right? It's kind of just a formality.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Well, then we'll keep in the basketball theme. We jump into the NBA. LeBron voiced his displeasure with ownership and how they're spending money, and basically calling out how they don't have a playmaker. They've lost 3 straight games. They lost to the Pelicans without Anthony Davis, a good San Antonio Spurs, and then last night they lost to the Kings at home in overtime. But they've lost 6 of 8. What do you think? Does he have a right to complain?
No, because he talks about the management spending money. He's pretty much a third of the payroll. Him and Kyrie Irving are a third of the payroll, and Kevin Love. They do something selfish. They'll be fine in the long run, I think. He always signs 2-year deals now, so he can get more money the next 2 years. But I
think he can jump to the next good team. Oh.
Yeah, too early for that. But I think LeBron needs to stop complaining about payroll and all that, because they'll be fine. No one's going to stop them in the East.
Yeah, he gets frustrated a lot. He's a diva to an extent.
It's like Ben Roethlisberger in the NFL. Just one of those kind of divas.
At least Ben Roethlisberger won first before he became one.
Touche.
That's true.
Touche. Yeah. LeBron has Kyrie Irving. He's got Kevin Love, like you said. Tristan Thompson, who's very well paid. They just got Kyle Korver. They have players. It's not like, they're putting out James Michael McAdoo every night or somebody like that.
Their court's regulation size, so it should play out pretty well for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, they've got talent. It's not like the teams in the bottom half of the East or bottom half of the West. They've got talent. They'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. LeBron's just obviously upset because his team's not winning, and he's used to winning by now.
And they shouldn't be losing to teams like they've lost to. But keeping with the Cavaliers, what did you think of that whole Melo for K-Love deal thing? I mean, who would win that trade if it was to ever happen? I know it didn't, but I mean, who would win if it did happen?
Now, the rumor was that Cleveland denied that, right?
Yes.
I think if they made that trade, I think Cleveland would have lost that deal. I don't think Melo is that good anymore. I think Kevin Love is still, he's the third best player in Cleveland. But if you brought Melo over, you could make the argument that he could be possibly fourth best player. Because he struggles on defense and he always wants the ball in a situation. He's not going to get it with LeBron and Kyrie on the same team. Kevin Love's acceptable role.
Yeah. Cleveland is they would lose that deal. Melo would win because he'd be on a better team just by that. And obviously he wants to get a title before he retires, just like every player. So that's probably where these rumors came up. You know, he probably will end up staying in New York anyways, just because of convenience. You know. So.
I mean, he's carved his niche there, and I think it would be probably better for his sake and his legacy to stay.
And like you say, he's carved his niche in New York, but like. He went to Syracuse too. He won a title in New York, so he won before in New York, but just obviously not pro level college. Two different things. But he's won a title. He knows what it takes to win, but
not having doesn't have the tools.
Yeah, and they're trying to get him talent with D Rose and Joakim Noah, but those two are past their prime, in my opinion.
Yeah, age has definitely taken a toll on all those players.
And injuries.
Porzingis, though. Porzingis, he's still there. Keeping things with the NBA. The Celtics were the latest team to add a logo to their jersey for next season. They added GE. And in my opinion, I actually like it. It blends in with the jersey really well. It's not terribly big. It's going to be about right here on a jersey. And I don't know. I mean, what do you think of the whole ad situation in the NBA?
I used to not like the idea of ads. But after seeing the small ads that are popping up as a rumor, but now the Celtics just confirmed one, and I believe the Sixers released their idea of it a few months ago. I know I texted you about that.
Yeah.
And I can see it working out.
Yeah, it is what it is. Logos and money and business is going to take over. I fear it might get bigger, and ultimately the GE will be their logo on the uniform, you know, much like other sports. But for right now, it's tolerable. I just thought it was interesting that GE was the sponsor of Boston, and you know, in 30 Rock, the CEO was Jack Donaghy, who's from Boston.
What a great show.
Yeah. Just thought that connection was pretty cool.
Yeah, Philly, theirs is StubHub.
Yeah, I remember StubHub.
Yeah, so.
And I remember it wasn't too big. It was.
We talk about the StubHub Center.
Yeah, no, it's a little small.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Mm-hmm. They should have it like Liberty Mutual, though, because that would be perfect with the Liberty Bell.
Ben Franklin or something.
Hindsight's always 20/20. I have an interesting stat actually here that River City Rogues own Scott Manzi tweeted out actually. JU's men's basketball team is the only team in the country this season to have 4 different players score 31 points or more in an individual game this year.
I didn't know that. I thought like a blue blood team like Kentucky or Kansas or even UCLA or Gonzaga, even one of those blue bloods that have had that. But that's kind of cool how a local team like JU has that stat.
Yeah, it's interesting. It shows that they got different guys on the floor that can take care of the game whenever, so they don't always have to depend on one person like UNF does for Dallas Moore. You know, they have different players that can score, and 31 is a lot of points.
No, I was there at the game where Darius Dawkins hit his 40-something, where he had 13 threes. I mean, that team looks different than the team that's playing right now, the ASUN. The ASUN is actually Florida Gulf Coast just took the lead last night, beating UNF. They're sitting up top of the conference, so then you've got a 3-way tie for second with North Florida, Lipscomb, and USC Upstate. Kennesaw, then JU, who started non-conference great, but it's just struggled as of late. If you want to know more, though, about JU basketball and UNF basketball, make sure to listen to Manzi and Miller. It's on Mixlr or on SoundCloud. They uploaded to either one. It's our Scott Manzi and Richard Miller, both voices for JU and UNF respectively. they do a really good show, and I definitely think you can learn a lot more about our local basketball teams here. But switching gears here, actually, a little TV timeout. We have a special advertisement, an unofficial sponsor, if you will, with Reina Cookies.
This should be sweet.
Ha! Yes, and I will actually be right back and get something for you guys.
All right, thank you. Let's talk about the Pro Bowl now.
I mean, I'm interested to see how they're going to do it in Orlando. I do like the idea of skills competition because it reminds me of the NBA All-Star game, and that's what people like to see.
I'm interested to see how they're going to do the dodgeball tournament. I mean, that there could be possibly some injuries in that. That'll be funny. Maybe. Kind of.
Hopefully, that'll be serious.
There's no Jaguars involved. I'm not concerned. So.
Yeah, that's true. But you brought up a good point earlier when we were talking about this. But if they possibly bring an NFL team to Orlando, I doubt they will.
I feel like, you know, they want to expand, but there's just not enough good quarterbacks. You know, they need to really get the level of competition up in the whole league and everything. For it.
And honestly, the past few years have sucked.
Yeah.
I've not watched it, and I may watch it on Sunday. We'll see.
It's a lot of offense, a little defense. So the final score is probably gonna be like 75 to 62.
I agree with that probably.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lower because they don't want to show they care.
They'll have some field goals, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
they're talking about Justin Tucker making that 75-yard field goal
Wouldn't surprise me.
with the wind, of course. We had that storm come through, so
Yeah.
created a nice wind for us.
Nice breeze for him.
2 hours later.
All right, guys. So, Reina Cookies, I've been working with their social media for quite some time now, and I don't think they get the love that they deserve. So, I wanted to bring these out and show you guys why I think they're some of the best cookies I've ever had. I mean, if you're looking at it right now, I know you really want to take a bite. There's 4 different chips in there. You've got white chocolate, dark chocolate, semi-sweet, and milk. There's also peanut butter in there, as well as chopped fine walnuts. You might think, I don't really like walnuts. You really don't taste them. I mean, they're really damn good. Go ahead. You guys can go ahead and take a bite. I'll just keep talking. Reina Cookies is local here. They're actually in Atlantic Beach. They don't actually have a storefront, but if you've ever been to Beach Diner, you can purchase them there. Or you can just purchase them online on their website at reinacookies.com. They also do personal gifts, corporate events, and we're actually diving into weddings, actually. You know, a lot of people are getting into that.
Wedding spirit.
No, more that, but like more of that hipster kind of like, I don't want cake at my wedding, I want to do something special and unique. You know, you've already seen cupcakes, and I've already seen cookies, not our cookies, but hopefully very soon our cookies will be more there. But,
These would go great with a glass of milk. They're very moist and delicious. Very, like I'm thirsty right now.
well, I know some people that do like their cookies with milk. I'm not on that train.
The only thing
That's
only thing I'll put with milk is Oreos, but that's just a classic in my opinion.
I feel like everyone has done that
Yeah.
at least once.
I'm not
Like about you,
I'm indifferent about it. All the time.
all the time.
I'm-
All right.
I'm baffled hearing this. But yeah, milk goes with any cookie that's served hot and with chocolate in it. That's how you.
I'd rather have my cookies with ice cream. If my
Ice cream. Yeah, ice cream. I go with ice cream.
yeah,
It's just frozen milk. It's frozen milk.
all right, we'll argue that another day. But these cookies are, you can get 6, you can get a dozen, but they are delicious. They last about 10 months in the freezer. So if you don't want to eat them all right now, you can just save some for later, which
I don't know
near
if it'll last.
impossible.
Yeah.
But
My high metabolism has prevented me from obesity, which I'm very thankful for.
you're the only one. No, but if you live in the Jacksonville area, it's actually like 1-day shipping too. So boom, they get right to you. And now it's my turn to take a bite. So
So I don't even have to drive for my cookies?
no, really.
So they deliver to you.
This is how I get paid.
This is why America is great. We don't need Donald, we need free cookies.
So I remember when I was in Tallahassee, I texted you this Reina cookies delivered. I tweeted to Reina, I don't know if it was you or someone else. They tweeted to.
It was
said-
me. It was me, everyone.
Well,
I'm the guy
I
that
even
got
asked
the
you
cookies.
to deliver to Tallahassee, and they said yeah. So they deliver all over.
That's the only
Yeah,
reason why
you can still get them
Oh,
shipped
yeah.
anywhere, but just at local level here in Jacksonville, they have a courier service where they can get it to you within a day.
Oh, that's awesome.
What are some of their other flavors that they have?
They only actually have these 2 flavors. They have this one is their staple. I just call it the original.
The OG.
Yeah,
The OG.
the OG. But they also have a
Pronounced Og.
brown sugar oatmeal raisin as well. I'm not a huge oatmeal raisin fan, but actually I'm not gonna knock these at all. Like they kind of get like powdered sugar on the top, and it's actually like delicious.
Oatmeal raisin cookies are underrated in my
I
opinion.
like they're good in my opinion
Yeah.
too.
I'm on the outside of that one. I'd much rather just get a regular chocolate chip or something like that.
Now, they can be deceiving. That's one thing. You know, you look at them together, that's very scary
I've made that
to make
mistake
the wrong
actually.
to make the wrong choice. Because you make the wrong choice in cookie, you just have a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, your night is ruined after that. But anyway, yeah, that was my short little shout out to Raina. Love you guys.
Good
Uh,
cookies.
Oh yeah.
5 out of 5.
Because I only have 5 fingers. It'd be 7. If I had 169.
I wanted to close things out with the town center. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have already heard by now, but the town center is getting a lot of new places coming in. Alright.
Our live audience has up.
Our live studio audience is getting a kick out of these immature
Anyways.
jokes.
On to more local touch.
Anyway, yes, to end things, I just want to talk about the town center. We're getting a lot of new good stuff.
Yeah, I
you guys
saw.
had a chance to look at it?
I looked at a list. Actually, my cousin shared it on Facebook, and I clicked it, and I saw some interesting things that are coming to Jacksonville, and specifically the town center.
I'm excited about Taco Bell. They're being at the town center now when they build them, obviously. And then Chewy's. They got very good dip for their chips.
That's Chewy's Tex-Mex,
Yeah.
mind you.
Very
You said
good.
there's one in Gainesville. You said there's one in Tally.
It just opened up recently.
Very good.
Now we will be blessed with that as well. I'm excited for Cheddar's. I have my boy Matt.
Plain cheddars.
He used to eat there all the time. It's a scratch kitchen. It's kind of like one of those kind of, I don't know, Chili's, Applebee's kind of feels where they have a little bit of everything, but everything's made from scratch. From what I gather, that's what it is. We're also getting a Red Robin, which
I
how long have we had those commercials on?
Yeah.
Next up is Macy's.
And if we said
but
Red
yeah.
Robin right now, we'd have a lot of comments saying,
You gotta say
Yeah.
Well, not a lot because we don't have a lot of viewers yet, but they'd
Well,
say,
let's hope that changes.
Yeah.
Let's hope it changes. very
watch,
soon.
watch this show. You'll like it.
Other things, Hobby Lobby, Moe's is coming in.
Hobby Lobby's dope.
PGA Tour Superstore, but some people are pretty excited. That's new to the area.
That's nice.
Wawa as well.
I'm
I know some
excited.
people that are freaked out about that.
I'm excited about Buffalo Wild Wings because
Yes.
there's 2 locations right now in Jacksonville.
Orange Park is one.
Orange Park has one?
Yep, Orange
Yeah.
Park has one.
So there's 3 then. Because there's Orange Park, there's Avenues area, and then there's
North side.
Northside,
Okay.
which is right by the airport. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
not one in the middle of at least the most populous spot in Jacksonville. To be honest.
I think the best thing about it is there's nowhere to get wings at the town center.
Yeah.
Scott and I were talking about the other day. It's like,
The
where am I
only
going to go get
place-
wings if I'm in the
Go
town center?
south.
I guess I could
Place
go to
is-
South Side.
Yeah, the only place would be Applebee's, and I'm not even sure. I don't.
Oh, God.
I'm not a
stop.
fan.
I'm not going to go watch the game at Applebee's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like
go
the
to
like
Buffalo
you said, the
Wild.
best place would be go to Southside, where there's
Yeah.
other locations.
I'd rather go to Publix for wings.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
all those
That's
things are good.
All right, you got me there. That's actually a really good one.
And the most popular thing we know that's coming to the town center is IKEA.
Yeah, right over there by Gate Parkway. I have not been. People hype it. I know a lot of my friends that love it.
I know a lot
I've never
of
been.
people too.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times. Already been lost once.
That's good.
Big store, a lot of furniture, very comfy. You can sleep on them.
I heard they have an
sometimes.
amazing food court, so people go and eat there all the
The
time.
cinnamon rolls, they're good. They got meatballs.
That's what I heard,
their
the meatball
difference.
sauce.
All right. You had me at cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear.
You start with cookies and just go crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start a food blog too.
Yeah.
Next item.
But I will attach a link on the video here of this article showing all of the new places that are going into the town center. If you haven't seen it already, there's some pretty good stuff. So be sure to check that out. And I don't know about you guys. You got anything else?
No. just want to keep enjoying Swifty. So
I think
Yeah.
they're great additions to the town center as well as the Top Golf. That adds a
Yeah,
nice flair to the city.
I agree.
Looking forward to our economy rising in the city, especially with the shrimp merchandise.
Go Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all we've got today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, tell your friends. I mean, we're just trying to get our name out there. We're nothing yet. It's all up to you guys, or so we hope.
yeah,
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well. Those are also going to be under the video as well. All of our Twitter handles, as well as River City Roads. Yeah.
Insert catchphrase here.
Insert catchphrase here.
Have a great night.
Thanks for trusting the process, guys. Have a good night.